Hello everyone, our Tech Talk is about configuration management tools, Ansible. First, I will introduce what is Ansible. Ansible is an open source automation engine. In general, Ansible uses a central server that controls other nodes. Unlike the other tools, Ansible does not require a client service to run on the nodes. Ansible manages machines in an agentless manner, and Ansible's main goals are simplicity and ease of use. This is the architecture about Ansible. Ansible works by connecting to your nodes and pushing out small programs called Ansible modules to them. These programs are written to be resource models of the desired state of a system. Ansible then executes these modules and removes them when finished. As with most configuration management software, Ansible distinguishes two types of servers: controlling machines and nodes. First, there is a single controlling machine, which is where orchestration begins. Nodes are managed by a controlling machine over SSH. The controlling machine describes the location of nodes through its inventory. With the agentless architecture, nodes are not required to install and run background daemons to connect with the controlling machine. This type of architecture reduces the overhead on the network by preventing the nodes from polling the controlling machine. Here are some advantages and disadvantages of Ansible. First, it is simple because it does not use any agents and has no additional customer security infrastructure. Another simplicity is the Ansible playbook, in which you describe the automation jobs. It is security because it controls the nodes of SSH, and it is powerful because it has Galaxy and Tower. The disadvantages is there is no supporting for Windows, and it runs slow. It uses a push model over a pull model, which means it doesn't scale very well. You still need to set up a master if you want to constantly enforce state or audit changes. And at that point, I think you will probably want to buy an Ansible Tower. Here are some setup instructions of Ansible. Currently, Ansible can be run from any machine with Python installed, including all the systems, except Windows. The latest Ansible can be installed via yum, apt, and many packages. Here are two examples of Ansible installation via pip and apt. As you can see, the commands are very easy. Next, I will introduce Playbook. Playbooks are Ansible's configuration, deployment, and orchestration languages. They can describe a policy you want your remote systems to enforce or a set of steps in a general IT process. There are some basic rules of a playbook. Hosts and users. For each play in a playbook, you get to choose which machines in your infrastructure to target and what remote user to complete the steps. In the code, the hosts and users are represented by hosts and remote user. Task lists. Each play contains a list of tasks. Tasks are executed in order, one at a time, against all machines matched by the host pattern. Before moving on to the next task, it is important to understand that within a play, all hosts are going to get the same task directives. It is the purpose of a play to map a selection of hosts to tasks. Handlers. Running operations on change. As we've mentioned, modules should be idempotent and can relay when they have made a change on the remote system. Playbooks recognize this and have a basic event system that can be used to respond to change. Modules are the ones that do the actual work in Ansible. They are what gets executed in each playbook task, but you can also run a single one using Ansible command. We can execute 3 different modules from the command line, like shows below. And from playbooks, Ansible modules are executed in quite similar way. Ansible Tower is a web-based solution that makes Ansible even more easy to use for IT teams of all kinds. It is designed to be the hub for all of your automation tasks. Tower allows you to control access to who can access what, even allowing sharing of SSH credentials without someone being able to transfer those credentials. Inventory can be graphically managed or synced with a wide variety of cloud sources. And at last, I will show you Ansible Galaxy. Ansible Galaxy refers to the Galaxy website where users can share roles and to a command line tool for installing, creating, and managing roles. The most familiar way as Ansible Galaxy is shows in the command line. We could type ansible/galaxy install username.rolename to install any package or software we want. Also, you can use Galaxy to install specific roles, versions, dependencies via Playbook. For example, in the picture, we can set up version to be 1.4 in the Bitbucket. Next, I will make some comparison between Ansible and other configuration management tools. The first one is SaltStack. Salt is a new approach to infrastructure management built on a dynamic communication bus. Salt can be used for data-driven orchestration, remote execution for any infrastructure, configuration management for any app stack, and much more. The biggest difference between Ansible and Salt is Salt has an agent and Ansible not. And according to the scalable, Ansible always runs and handles, but Salt can be run over thousands. They both have great extension, and the third-party tools of Ansible is Galaxy. There are more than 3,000 playbooks, but as for Salt, it uses formulas and only about 200. The second one is Chef. Chef is a powerful automation platform that transforms infrastructure into code. Whether you are operating in the cloud, on premises, or in a hybrid environment, Chef automates how infrastructure is configured, deployed, and managed across your network, no matter its size. The biggest differences between them are the languages. Chef is based on Ruby, while Ansible is based on Python. So the Chef ties its users to Ruby, but Ansible's users can use any programming language. And Chef has a rich collection of modules and configuration recipes, while Ansible contains automatic modules by itself. The last one is Puppet. Puppet is an open source configuration management tool. It consists of a master and multiple agents that are authorized using SSL certificate. After signing the agent's request, the master sends the configuration to the agents at periodic intervals. And Puppet's dependencies are random, while Ansible's are sequential, and Puppet need at least one server, but Ansible need no client. Puppet use a confirmation message sent to the master, while Ansible use push model via SSH. At last, the comparison of the four tools according to the language, architecture, and the protocols. Next, I will show you some demos of our tech talks.
Hi, we want to show some easy use for Ansible Playbook and Ansible Galaxy. First, we want to use the Playbook to install links on another node. So this is our easy Playbook. And we can run it. Success. We can test the job just by enter the IP address. So another way is using Ansible Galaxy to install links on another load. So we can just search it on Google. So this is another guy's Galaxy, so we can just use it as a role in Ansible. So it has installed on my machine, and we can add these roles, just these links in this playbook. It's much easier. we can run it by this way. So it's also successful. So we can compare by these two tools. I think we think Galaxy is much easier, and we can add more roles in one Galaxy and do the automatic deployment job. Thank you, everyone. We can also fix many platforms. I have created a load Debian node that can also support Ansible. So we can also use this Galaxy. Can install links on the Debian node, so we can test it by enter. So you see, so the links is on Debian.